so it's filming right now. Okay. I just usually loosen up a little bit.
Do you do like the exercises like Meemaw, Meemaw? No, I'm just kidding. Don't put that on there.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of hard to bring this expression down and all that, but all right, here we are again with Stablecamper with Candice, and we are here in Three Forks, Montana at the NatCoa rally / gathering this year because of the COVID-19, and we just kind of wanted to talk to Candice a little bit more on Stablecamper and how they kind of got started.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just start how we got started. And so basically we were actually we had an Arctic Fox camper, and we were sitting around in there, and I think I was cooking breakfast or something, and I was walking around and not really paying attention, and Jared's like, man, this thing it's just wobbling and shaking and everything, and I was like, yeah, it is. And then he was always tightening the bolts on the jacks and on the Arctic Fox, and I'm like, that's not really that's not good. And so we're sitting there and talking about, well, what we could do to kind of make that stop. So we looked on the internet, and we looked all over, and we didn't see anything that we thought would work really well. And so then we thought, well, I wonder if we took a 2x4 and strapped it to the tie down and then the jack and kind of braced it, and what would that do? So we did that, and we took a hose clamp, and it worked, and we're like, oh, this is great, because I think a lot of your motion is front to back because you're in the camper, and so that worked. And so we decided, well, okay, we just decided to make something that would look good with the camper, with the jack. It just kind of fit with it, because they're so expensive, and just want something that's going to look nice. And so we decided to use aluminum tubes, and we manufactured, I think at first it was just 4 or 5 sets that we put together. And then we went crabbing in Garibaldi, and we were at the campsite and hanging out, and our neighbor had a camper, and he was like, what is that on your camper? And he was like, well, let me show you. And so we showed him what it was, and he was like, I want one of those. And we're like, okay, well, we'll get you one. And so he was actually, he worked at, or I think he owned a business near the Troutdale Airport, and so we delivered it to him and everything, and he loved it. And then one of the pilots that he knew, he wanted one too. And it just kind of started from there, and then it was like, oh my goodness. And then we decided, okay, well, maybe we have a product that people want. And then we kind of just started, I guess, building the business and all of that. And so that's kind of where it all started.
Yeah, so you, obviously there was a need out there, and people came to you. And then how do you, now that people come to you and they see this on your camper, what do they expect when you are ready to make that product for them? Obviously, it's probably camper specific on the design.
Yeah.
But how long does it take them to, hey, I want your product, I need your product. How fast can you get it to me?
Yeah, we actually, what we do is we've designed it so that the tubes fit multiple campers. I think the only other difference is the mounting system to the camper, because all the campers are different. But what we do is we actually do builds, and so we manufacture like a full build for for all the camper types, and we just keep an inventory, and then we fill orders that way. We do get special requests, and we just take measurements, and that can take a couple weeks, just depending, 2 to 3 weeks. It may be even longer. It just depends on our powder coater, and we also a lot of times will send like the mounts and things over to test them out to make sure they work. So that whole process takes time too, just going back and forth, and because you're mailing something and stuff. So yeah, that could take. But if you order one on the website, we usually ship it like the next day.
Really?
Yeah, the next business day. Yeah, because we have inventory and we've designed the tubes so that they fit.
Right.
All the campers.
Order their product, and as Jared said yesterday, what did you say?
Forgot what you said.
This camper is
Oh,
stable.
stable.
This camper is stable. I
Camper
think
is
he was cut off on that point, but yeah, you would not imagine once you put those poles in, those I call them poles.
Oh, the stabilization tube.
Once you put the stabilization tubes, you can see we shook the camper as soon as before we put them on, and then after there was no movement whatsoever, and the customer was really happy, and I think you should try this product. We're going to try it. We're going to order it. We're going to give them all our specs. We have a Lance 2012 1050, and we're going to get it, and maybe next time we will see you when we install ours from Stablecamper. We'll see you next time.